Climate change has been a hot topic for a while now, but one thing they always say is that it is our fault. But are we really to blame? Well, that's what we're going to look at today by looking at a scientific research article which assesses the Northern Hemisphere's temperatures for over the past 1,000 years, so from the year 1000 to 1993. This showed that for the most part, from the 17th century to the 19th century, temperatures would fluctuate up and down and then restabilize, indicating that this is just a normal feature of our planet. However, between the 1600s and the mid-1900s, there was quite a significant increase in global temperatures of 0.4 degrees Celsius. Now, this might not seem like a lot, but in reference to global temperatures, it is quite significant, especially since scientists predict that an increase of 1 degree could have devastating effects on our Earth. But why this sudden increase in this time frame? Well, an argument is because of the Industrial Revolution, when us humans started emitting more pollutants into the atmosphere. But what did the results say? They show that temperatures did increase slightly during this era, however, it also decreased, hence seeming to stabilize. There's also no evident trend or correlation of a significant increase in temperature during the Industrial Revolution period in the context of the past 1,000 years. So where's this sudden drastic increase in temperatures that everyone's talking about? Well, we're going to get into that in a second. But first, I'd like to highlight a point where Earth was actually cooling while humans were around. In the 1300s and 1400s, one model from the study shows that it did potentially decrease by about 0.3 degrees Celsius, which is quite significant. However, it eventually did increase and stabilize back to normal, thus seeming like a normal fluctuation in climate. Now, we are going to get into the part where everyone thinks humans are to blame. But if you like what you've heard so far, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and also check out our website by clicking the link in the description, www.bearsciences.com, and read our article, Are We Really Responsible for Climate Change? What 1,000 Years of History Tells Us. And you can subscribe on our website to stay up to date, or even become a member to start the conversation and join this community. Now, let's get back to the part that we've all been waiting to see. Are humans to blame? Well, from the 1890s to 1993, the Northern Hemisphere's temperature increased significantly by 0.8 degrees Celsius, which is more than double any increase or decrease in temperature we have seen in the past 1,000 years up to 1993. This is extremely concerning since it only took about 100 years for the temperature to increase like it never has in 1,000 years. And it is the first temperature we see a drastically clear upward trend in temperature that hasn't seemed to stabilize. Now, I must say, there was a sign of decrease in the mid-1900s. However, it quickly resumed its upward trend and has shown no sign of decreasing since. And this is the increase that worries scientists and researchers. Because as I said, if 1 degree can have a giant effect on global temperatures, imagine if we go over that amount. Now, we're going to go over the potential effects of global warming and going above a degree or more in another video and article, so make sure to subscribe on our website and YouTube to stay up to date. But for now, we're going to answer why have we had this drastic increase in temperature? Well, the paper doesn't say, but consequently, this trend does correlate with the beginning of coal becoming the leading energy source, followed by the second temperature spike, beginning when oil became the most prevalent energy source. So the clear trend is burning fossil fuels at a high rate. But I just want to state again, the paper doesn't say what's caused it. This is merely me just looking at correlations and trends. But it is evident that since the 1890s, something has caused our climate to increase drastically and continuously. And if you'd like to know anything more about climate change or have any questions, make sure to comment down below and start the conversation because there are no silly questions here at Bear Science. And subscribe to our YouTube and go to our website with the link in the description. Read our articles on climate change and subscribe on our website to stay up to date and become a member.